Candice, we're good to go.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everyone, and I want to thank you guys for tapping in with GKhair. My name is Candice, or the Hair Shaman, and I am coming to you guys live from Oklahoma, and I am so excited to share with you guys why GK is #1 worldwide in taming, with one of our most newest taming treatments on the market. It is our Acai and our Coco taming systems, and these are going to be 100% vegan. So super excited to share that with you guys. If you know anything about GK, you've seen our packaging, you've seen us anywhere at all, you're familiar with the fact that we own the science on an ingredient called Gevexin. And so with our new vegan taming system, we've actually taken that amazing science a step further, and it's still an anti-aging keratin protein blend. But this time our Gevexin is derived from quinoa and pea protein. So today we're going to be talking about how we have used that amazing technology and we have created a new smoothing system that still has the great results that you're used to from GKhair, but is 100% vegan using that new Gevexin formula that GK has created. So first and foremost, a vegan smoothing treatment, right? It's one of those things that kind of we look at and we're like, oh my goodness, do those things even go together? But it is an amazing item to add to your service menu. Whenever we are looking into the different hair trends and we're looking into 2023, one of the major things that I've seen trending is the term hair Botox. And by definition, hair Botox is something that goes in and just repairs the cuticle, returns the hair to a more youthful state, helps condition the hair, make the hair look more healthy. And so today, I completely market my vegan taming systems as a hair Botox treatment for your client. And the reason why is like we just discussed, GK being the #1 worldwide in taming and owning that science on Gevexin, which by definition is an anti-aging keratin protein blend, we are applying a treatment that is going to give anti-aging effects to the hair. So, and today that is our vegan systems. And going into that, again, we have two amazing options. So we have our GK Coco, which is going to look like this. And then we also have our vegan system, which is our GK Acai. And so I'm going to kind of break down the difference in these because a lot of times people ask me, like, there's two systems, which one is better? There's not a right or wrong answer to that question. There's really not one that is per se better, but there are different ingredients that are compiled to make the different formulas that GK has made for us. So first of all, they're going to have the same key benefits and features, right? And a lot of these are similar to our other GK taming systems. And what those are going to be is it's going to basically moisturize our hair and it's going to give it that amazing shine. So the same moisture and shine that you are used to getting with anything that's in our GK Best family. It's also going to help build up weakened hair. So it's going to go in and it's going to strengthen the hair from the inside out. It's also going to last anywhere between 3 to 5 months with proper maintenance. So with this one treatment, you're going to get 3 to 5 months of longevity with, again, the proper at-home care. It's going to provide shield from environmental damage. Guys, this is one of the biggest things that I preach to my clients as a stylist is protecting our hair from environmental stressors. We can set and spend thousands and thousands of dollars on hair color, balyages, extensions, things like that. But if we are not protecting our hair from environmental damage, we're really not ensuring our investment. So adding treatments to your service menu or doing it yourself to your own, or adding it yourself as a client is going to help protect against that environmental damage, the environmental stressors, as well as UV rays that you're going to get from the sunlight. It's also going to have an anti-aging formula. So again, going back to that hair Botox, returning our hair to a youthful state, it's going to be a great anti-aging formula. It's also going to reduce your styling time. So if we reduce our styling time, what does that mean? That means that we're going to have less heat on our hair. We're going to have to use less tools on our hair. So therefore, in the long run, we're also preventing further damage because the less amount of heat that we're having to use on our styling time, the more the less damage that we're going to do in the future. So that's another great key benefit. And that's going to come from both the acai and the cocoa. I heard someone unmute. Did we have any questions right now?
No, we don't.
Okay, awesome. No questions. So those are the key benefits for each one of the treatments that are available. And so right now I'm going to kind of break down our acai and our cocoa and how each one of those are a little bit different and how the ingredients differ from each other. So the first that we're going to talk about today is the acai. And so with our acai, again, we're going to have our Jevexin V2. And so this is our Jevexin that is comprised of quinoa and pea protein. It's going to be going to penetrate the hair cortex, and it is going to actually fill the hair from the inside out. And it's also going to help with the lost protein, which in turn, when we lose protein in our hair becomes dry, brittle, almost like a dry spaghetti noodle, right? So where it's easily bendable and breakable. Whenever you go in and you refill it with our Jevexin V2, what we're actually doing is we're filling that cuticle back up. So imagine like a boiled spaghetti noodle. So at that point, the hair cuticle is able to bend and move with the wind or when you're putting it in a ponytail, and it's not going to break as easily. So that's what this Jevexin V2 is able to do from the hair on the inside, from the inside out. It's also going to have acai. So acai is a natural moisturizer, and it's also going to help soften the hair. I truly, truly love to use the acai treatment on my clients who have a lot of really gray hair. So my clients that are 50% gray or more, or my highly textured clients and highly porous clients. And the reason why is because of having the acai inside of this treatment and it going in and basically remineralizing and softening the hair, what that is doing is it's helping seal the cuticle on those textured hair, gray hair, porous hair. And so in turn, in the long run, those gray hair, porous hair clients are going to be able to hold the color in their hair longer. And they're also going to be able to feel a true difference in the way their hair feels on the outside too. You're going to be able to feel that cuticle be closed off. It also is going to have grapes. So grapes naturally have a combination of antioxidants in them. They have vitamins in them, proteins, minerals, all of which are actually going to provide protection against free radicals that actually in turn weaken the hair. So the grapes are going to provide all that great support on top of the acai and the Jevexin V2. And then our last ingredient in our acai is our aerosol tropical fruit. And so it is again full of vitamins, it's full of minerals, it's full of antioxidants. So this is actually going to help prevent the premature aging of hair. Again, let's go back and talk about hair Botox. We are preventing the premature aging of hair. So with this ingredient, we are not only, or this system, we're not only providing our Jevexin V2, right, that is going to take the hair and make it return back to a more youthful state. We're also using our aerosol tropical fruit, which is going to help prevent further aging of the hair. And it's also going to leave your hair with a refreshing fruity fragrance while giving your hair a more youthful feel. So again, those are all of the ingredients to our acai formula. Does anybody have any questions about the key ingredients to the acai and how they work? Nope. Great. So we're going to move right along and we are going to go into our cocoa. So again, key features are all the same as the acai, but we're going to have our different ingredients. They both are going to have the Jevexin V2. So again, you're starting out with our Jevexin V2, quinoa, pea protein, going to strengthen the cortex of the hair. Then we have coconut oil. Anybody who knows anything about coconut oil knows that that is going to go in and it is going to provide rich nutrients, lipids. And that is going to also penetrate to the deepest levels of the hair shaft. And it is going to reduce protein loss and reduce the loss of other oils in the hair. It's also going to have vitamin E. So vitamin E is an excellent antioxidant. It also is going to keep strict control on free radicals that cause hair breakage. So that is, again, another factor inside of our cocoa that is going to protect against the free radicals and environmental damage. Then we're also going to have goji berry. So goji berry is an oily extract that has 19 amino acids inside of it. and it acts as a rich source of protein for the hair. Its highest antioxidant levels promote healthy locks and a scalp screened from UV rays and external damages. So your Coco is going to have a very high level of UV protection in it. So that is going to be sunscreen for your hair. Pro tip for me and how I kind of decipher which one of these that I use, because I keep both formulas in the salon. I feel like it's important to have both because each one of them, while they both have the same key factors, they each kind of have ingredients that kind of can help each one of my clients a little bit different in each scenario. So if I was looking at a client and I was deciding I wanted to use the acai, I'm going to use that more on one of my clients who have a lot of gray hair, who also have a higher texture of hair. Maybe it's thicker, it's coarser, it's denser, and I want to really soften the hair. I want to remineralize the hair. That's whenever I'm really going to go in and I'm going to choose my acai. My Coco, I'm going to use a lot for my blonde clients who want a vegan formula, for my clients who maybe spend a lot of time out in the sun, for my clients who use a tanning bed often. And the reason why is even tanning outside in the sun, all those things are breaking their hair down. And so adding that extra UV protection is going to help. And another reason I choose this for my blonde clients, if they want a vegan option, is because that coconut oil is so rich and so moisturizing, and it penetrates so deep into the hair shaft that we all know that blonde hair, no matter how great of a colorist we are, bleach does what it does and it blows the cuticle wide open. So by using this formula after, we're going to help seal that cuticle off. So those are kind of where I decipher and decide which one that I'm going to use on which client. So it kind of depends on the scenario, what their hair looks like, hair history, and then what my overall goal is going to be. Do we have any questions whatsoever over the key ingredients that are inside of the Coco or the acai?
Would you use the blonde bombshell over the Coco?
So again, the key thing on this is vegan. So where I am, and because of the fact that I talk about really often being Native American and really trying to push hair health, a lot of my clients have switched over to wanting vegan options in their hair. So if I was wanting to tone the hair, I would definitely choose our the Miami Blonde Bombshell treatment. But if I have a client that's coming in specifically asking, like, I want a vegan treatment, then that's when I would choose the Coco for my blonde clients, if that makes sense. Did that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, awesome. And then speaking about blondes, I actually today, this mannequin has some highlights in there. And so I often get a lot of questions on the steps of how I do my treatment, like per color, per highlight, those type of things. So today I'm going to kind of talk you through a client who just got a highlight or a little balayage face frame on the steps of how I would do this and then go back and tone the hair if we're not using our Miami Blonde Bombshell. So our client here, we're going to say today her name is Sarah. So Sarah got some face framing highlights, which you can kind of see in here that she has a little bit of balayage pieces around her face. So what we did is we kind of lightened her. So when she came in today, the first thing we did is we lightened her. So we did her balayages, we did her fooling around her face. Now, after we did that, I took her back to the bowl and I am going to shampoo her hair using my GK pH Plus shampoo. So she just got a highlight. We didn't do any toner, anything of the such. We did that process, brought her back to the bowl, and we shampooed her twice with our GK pH Plus shampoo. And whenever we shampoo with the GK pH Plus shampoo, we're actually going to leave the shampoo on the hair anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes during the shampoo. And the reason why is we want to make sure that we truly get any product, any buildup, any residual, anything out of the hair to make sure that our treatment does 100% of what it's supposed to do. Another tip that I found whenever I'm doing taming systems is when I am shampooing, I want to make sure that I really cleanse really well right here around the hairline, behind the ears, and the back of the neck. And the reason why is, as women, we get a lot of buildup of product around these areas. A lot of us wear face creams, serums, moisturizers, makeup, all those great things that we need, right? But it will build up right here around the hairline, and too sometimes at the back of the neck if they don't get all the product rinsed out correctly. And so what will happen is, when you're doing your treatment, if you do not get this 100% scrubbed and cleaned, you're going to see the results of your treatment that maybe you're not getting quite the smoothness that you want in these areas. So really make sure that whenever you are cleansing with your pH Plus shampoo, to really focus on those areas. So we shampooed her twice. We let our pH Plus shampoo set on her hair 3 to 5 minutes during each shampoo. We're going to rinse her really well, and then we're going to bring Sarah right back to the chair, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to part her hair into 4 quadrants. Once we get her hair parted off, I like to go in and take a 1/2 inch sections. So we're just going to take a 1/2 inch. Section right there. And we are going to put some of our formula, and today we're going to use the acai. Or actually, I did tell Fog we're going to do the acai, but I would really like to stay with our blondes and kind of on track since we had that great question today. And I really kind of want to explain how I tone if I don't use the Miami Blonde Bombshell. So we're actually going to apply the Coco. And whenever I am putting the solution into my GK bowl, I want to only use like an ounce or so at first. The thing is we can always put more product into our bowl, but we can't put it back into the bottle once we squeezed it out. And right now with inflation, I know no stylist really wants to waste any type of product. So make sure that you just use what you need. So just start with a little bit and then add more as you go along. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our GK brush, and we are going to start 1/4 inch away from the scalp, and we're going to apply our Coco treatment onto the hair. And with this system, you want to make sure that you really saturate the hair. And you do want to wear gloves for this application. I know that it is a vegan system, but we still want to recommend that you wear gloves. And I'm actually going to have my assistant hand me some. If you don't mind, would you hand me some gloves out of the third drawer? So sorry, guys. And whenever you're applying it, the reason why I say it's important to wear the gloves, even though it is a vegan treatment, is because we want to make sure that we go through and that we use our hands and really make sure that the treatment is saturated into the hair. So we want to kind of apply it like you're applying an all over color. So again, 1/2 inch sections, 1/2 inch sections, third drawer, 1/2 inch sections, and you're going to saturate it completely, starting 1/4 inch from the scalp. And we're going to apply it like we are applying an all over color. Got my gloves. There we go. They're pretty in pink too. And so we want to make sure that we really get that saturated into the hair. We don't want to paint it directly onto the scalp, but one of the things that I've really found in doing this to make sure that I get it a little bit closer into that new growth is to take my fingers almost like a peace sign and kind of massage it gently up into the hair cuticle. And so that way we make sure it's super, super saturated. So we're going to make sure that we apply this, everything is completely saturated, and we want it to make sure it's on there almost like an all over color. So we're going to continue working our way up. Same thing, 1/2 inch sections. And we are going to apply this just like we're applying an all over color. So whenever you are doing your consultation, once you decide, okay, this is the treatment that we're doing, you're going to kind of look at the density of your client's hair, as well as look at what is their hair goal, right? So if you have someone who has medium to fine hair, maybe it's kind of lightly wavy, they want to reduce frizz, they're the client that you're going to look at, and you're going to let this set around the 40-minute mark of processing. So with our vegan systems, you can let them set anywhere between 40 to 60 minutes, depending on overall result and hair type. So again, a person that has more of like a medium to fine density hair, light wave, like our client Sarah has today, we're going to go on the 40-minute end of the spectrum. So now let's say that Sarah had super thick, super coarse, tight waves and curls and density. That's when we're going to go more into the 60-minute end of the spectrum. So again, this is a completely customizable treatment, ranging anywhere again from the 40 to 60 minutes, depending on what your overall result is going to be. And so while this client is sitting there and they're processing, this is a good time. I like to utilize the time to either schedule a post, work on social media, maybe get myself lunch that day and I'm not shoveling fries in my face when I'm trying to lay foils. So don't let that processing time scare you. It is a really good time to be able to do other things, take a break, or fit a nice little haircut in there. So 40 to 60 minutes is your processing time. And with Sarah today, we would process her 40 minutes. So what we would do is continue to go with our 1/2 inch sections all the way up through her entire head, making sure to saturate the hair fully. And you'll be able to see it saturated because it gets a nice little shine on it, has a nice little glow. You can definitely see the product on there. And again, you can take your peace sign of your fingers and massage it gently towards the scalp, just to get it a little bit closer with the cuticle, but we're not putting, or a little bit closer to the new growth, but we're not putting the product directly onto the client's scalp. So once we apply this, we would let it set for 40 to 60 minutes. For Sarah today, we're going to let her set for 40. We would then take her to the shampoo bowl and we would rinse the treatment out of her hair with warm water. And you want to make sure that whenever you are rinsing the treatment out of the hair, that you want to rinse it completely and thoroughly. If we do not get all of the product out of the hair, this can make the results vary from what the end goal is that your client is wanting. So we really want to take the time to make sure that we really rinse the hair until the water runs clear with warm water. Once we've done that, if you have a client who maybe is a little bit more porous, over processed, maybe they have red hair, you can at that point go in and do a light shampoo. I wouldn't scrub with your fingers intensely, but a nice shampoo just to again make sure that we've removed all the product out of the client's hair. And if you have a client and they are wanting a full vegan experience, meaning they want to use only vegan products with their smoothing, then this is where I would introduce our GK CBD shampoo and conditioner, because they are vegan options for your client. Now, if they're like, I just want the vegan taming, you can do whatever with the shampoos, conditioners, that's fine with me. Then you can also use the GK moisturizing shampoo as well to do that light shampoo. Once you've done that, everything is rinsed. You're then going to take our GK deep conditioner. And we have this available in our jar size, as well as a back bar 33-ounce pump as well. And we also have small sachets as well. So you're going to apply our GK deep conditioner at the bowl after we've rinsed all of the products, and we're going to actually let that set on the hair for 5 minutes. So let the GK deep conditioner set. They're getting all those wonderful good jujus, more Javexin packed in there, more hydration. We are going to then rinse them completely, make sure that we get all of the product out of the hair. And then we're going to take the client back to the chair. And this is the point that we are going to perform our blow dry and flat iron. it is important to know once we perform the blow dry and flat iron part of this service, there's no downtime. So with our vegan family, like our best family, what that means is as soon as we complete our blow dry and flat iron, the treatment, the system, it's sealed, it's done. So your client is able to go to the gym, they're able to put their hair up, they're able to sweat, they're able to do normal life activities with no downtime whatsoever. And so knowing that, that's how I'm going to show you how I'm going to go in, and I'm actually going to tone Sarah today after she got her highlight and after she got her taming system. So before we tone her, we are going to completely blow dry and then flat iron and seal the hair completely. So we're going to finish the treatment completely. So on this side, Sarah has got her treatment. We've rinsed it, we've deep conditioned her, all the good things. So I'm going to continue with taking my 1/2 inch sections. And I am now going to take this section and I am going to use my GK round brush. And you really want to use the products that go with the system. Our GK round brushes are amazing. They have ceramic inside of them. So they also have boar bristles. So that's going to help add shine to the hair whenever we are doing our blow dries. And then I'm also going to use our GK blow dryer to blow dry this. So whenever we're going in, it is very important to remember that we need to have tension. Tension in the blow dry is one of the most important aspects of sealing this treatment and getting the results that your client is looking for. If we don't get an equal amount of tension consistently through the hair, what's going to wind up happening is you're going to see really smooth results all right here through your mid shaft and the top. And then when we get to the ends, you're not going to see as good results because we didn't get the appropriate amount of tension. So if you guys have had that happen with you with the treatment, that's what is happening. We're not getting enough tension in our blow dry whenever we're getting through the ends. So take your GK round brush, put it right at the root, and then you're just going to give it a nice little swirl or little wrap, and you're going to get some nice tension right there. And whenever we are doing our blow dry, we want to make sure that we are blow drying with intention. And so what that means is we're not going crazy like this. However you dry the hair during this process is how the hair is going to be. So if you dry it super crazy, what's going to happen is you're going to have frizzy hair, and it's not going to give the sweep results that your client's looking for. So you want to make sure that you're using your round brush, you have your tension, and that we're blow drying this intention. So what that means is we want to stay right above our brush, but we want to stay congruent all the way down and keep that same amount of tension. Any questions? I heard someone unmute. And then we're just going to get a nice little blow dry like so. And you can already see the shine in her hair. So we're going to go up another 1/2 inch section and continue the same thing with our blow dry. So whenever we are doing this, this is a really good time during our blow dry or our ironing services. I know during our blow dry, we just kind of shake our heads, right, and act like we can hear what our clients are saying. But really, during this time is a really good time to start talking about aftercare. Really, during the consultation is a great time, but also during this time to really make your client kind of understand, right, that whenever we're spending money on treatments like this, that it's super important to protect our investment, that our GK products are made specifically and designed to go with our treatment. So that's actually going to extend the life and the longevity of their treatment. So whenever we say that our treatments are going to last anywhere between 3 to 5 months, we can guarantee that whenever they are using the appropriate take-home product. So again, the appropriate take-home products, whenever you're discussing the vegan smoothing treatment, is a good time to really let them know that we do have vegan shampoo and conditioner in our CBD shampoo and conditioner if they want to continue with the all vegan products. If not, our GK moisturizing shampoo and conditioner is a really great option as well to send home with your clients, our Javex and Shield shampoo, any of the above. But everything in our system is designed to work together to extend the life of their treatment. So again, we're just going to keep taking our 1/2 inch sections. We're going to blow dry. We want to make sure that we get really nice tension in here. And now that this hair is a little bit longer, I can kind of show you how I like to wrap my ends during a blow dry. I actually learned this from Kiva, one of our national educators who's amazing. And it made so much sense after she taught me. So you're going to go in and you go right to your root, get some nice tension, take the ends of your hair and kind of wrap it up and around. And you don't want to like pull your client's hair out, but that's going to give you that nice amount of tension that's going to be equal, not only up here at the root, but also at the ends to make sure that we're getting that consistent result all the way through the hair cuticles. So we're going to, again, stay right above where we're blow drying. And then we are going to blow dry in the direction, right? We don't want to hold our blow dry this way. We want to make sure that we're holding it in the direction that we want the hair cuticles to lay. And as you're holding it, remember, see, I got that nice little tension in there. You're going to notice as it dries, what's going to happen. Because as it's drying with that tension, it's loosening. That little tension is loosening because the hair cuticle is actually becoming smoother and filling off. So you're actually feeling the results and seeing them as you're blow drying. So again, you just keep that nice little tension on there, and it's really going to kind of release itself. As you can see, it's getting super easy. And then you can see we've got a nice even blow dry. So you want to make sure that whenever you are doing this, that you are blow drying the hair 100%. It needs to be 100% dry to ensure the results. And so remember, we have to flat iron after we blow dry. So we want to make sure that our hair is 100% dry so we're not causing any more damage to the hair. So even with our blow dry, we can see that we're getting a nice little shine right there on the mannequin's head. And as you can see, we did her highlight. So we're going to keep moving up Sarah's hair. Do we have any questions whatsoever?
I saw some steam when you were blow drying a second ago. Should
Yes,
there be
ma'am.
a significant amount of steam come off when we're blow drying it?
No, ma'am. And I was actually going to say that. So what happened is on this side over here, remember I just applied the treatment. And so whenever I went to blow dry, I actually grabbed some of the hair from this side that has the treatment laying on it. And so that's why we've seen the steam. So whenever you go through this whole system and you're actually, you rinse all the product off and you do all that, there won't be excess product laying on the hair cuticle. So you won't have that. That's just because of the crossover of my application trying to do a half a head and then the other half. But that's a great question.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So again, we're going to go up here and we are going to get right to our root with our tension. And we are going to take the ends and we're going to wrap it around.
Candice, I have one question. Can you do
Yes.
color on the same day while applying the best
Yes.
Acai or Coco?
Yes, you can. And that's what we're actually talking about right now. So what we're doing is Sarah got a highlight, right? And so as soon as we finish this service completely, we get the blow dry done, the flat iron, she's completely done and sealed off. We would actually then take Sarah back to the bowl and apply our toner, which is the same, right, as a demi-permanent color. So the only secret, right, to being able to do the color the same day as this treatment is that you only can use an 8 or 10 volume developer. And you do the treatment first, completely do the treatment, and then you go back and apply the color.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. So again, nice tension here, getting ready for our blow dry. We're gonna blow dry with intention. And we're just gonna keep it right congruent with our brush. And you can see the friction there. And as it dries, what's going to happen is you can see it's just going to loosen on its own. And the reason why is because that cuticle is silly. So you can see like the tension that we have right here on the brush. And all I did was wrap it the one time. And then I'm just gonna actually let it kind of just release itself as it's drying. And I'm not pulling her head off, right? It's just enough tension to make sure that we are smoothing that cuticle. I'm gonna take it all the way down to the end. Perfect. Now, we are going to go in with our flat iron after we've got this blow dried. We have this section blow dried, nice and dry. We can already see the shine on the hair. We are going to take our GK iron, and we are basically just flat ironing to style. So what that means is at this point, we're not having to do 5,000 passes, right? We don't have to do that many passes with our flat iron. We are just sealing the cuticle. So anywhere between 1 to 3 passes is generally sufficient. Again, there's always exceptions to the rule, but just remember we are actually blow dry or flat ironing to style. So we are just gonna take our hair that we have blow dried. We're gonna take our GK iron. And depending on the hair type is the temperature choice. So if I'm dealing with a client who has super brittle blonde hair, right? It's kind of broken, it's porous. I'm not gonna take my heat all the way up to 450 degrees. Now, if I have somebody who has virgin, completely coarse, dense hair, then I am gonna take my flat iron a little bit higher. So at this point, this is where you are going to use your professional judgment and knowledge of the hair that you're dealing with in determining how hot that you're gonna make your iron. So again, just 1/4 of an inch section, and we are just flat ironing to style. And again, we're dealing with the mannequin right now, so if we're seeing steam or residual product, because my mannequin has been through quite a bit. And so we are just going to seal this off. And I could
What is the
probably make
lowest temperature? What is the lowest temperature that you would say to do to seal the product in or seal the treatment?
I would say right around 300. And if you're dealing with somebody, I mean, again, professional judgment, there's always exceptions to the rule. The lowest setting on this GK iron is actually 290, and I've only used the lowest setting one time. So I would say like 2, and it worked. I mean, I was a client who had fine blonde damaged hair that wore extensions that really just kind of wanted to smooth her cuticle to be able to have it match her extensions and make her hair a little healthier. So I did use the lowest setting on this iron with it, which is 290, and we got the results we were looking for.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And again, so just make sure that we seal that, and you're gonna be able to really see, and again, this is mannequin hair, and that was only with one pass, the shine that's in there. So talking about color. So Sarah got her highlights, or she got her balayage, or her baby lights, or her money piece, or whatever it was that we highlighted right here today for her. And we all know that when we do like a fresh highlight or we do a fresh bleach service, what's going to happen is we open up the cuticle, right? And so by incorporating our Coco treatment after our highlight service today, what we did was we did our highlight, we did all that, we opened up our cuticle. Now look at that blonde cuticle. It's really beautiful, and it's sealed off, it's nice, it's shiny, it's not super porous, it doesn't look broken, it's not a road with open potholes, right? So now that we have this beautiful sealed hair, and we take Sarah to the shampoo bowl, we've completed our whole treatment here, it's done, blow dried, flat ironed, everything. We take her back to the bowl, we just wet her hair, we use our 8 volume developer or 0 lift developer, nothing above a 10, and we tone this. Or I like to use our GK Ultra Blonde Mask. That's another thing. We take it back, we rinse it, we apply it, and we tone this. We now have a cuticle that is not uneven. We have a cuticle that's not porous and broken. We have a cuticle that is going to take the toner more evenly. Not only is it going to take our toner more evenly and make our toner look more beautiful and consistent, because we put it on a healthy sealed cuticle, it's actually going to stay inside of the cuticle longer. It's going to hold in there. So not only is our Coco treatment protecting the hair for future damage and all of those things, our Coco treatment is now also making my life as a colorist behind the chair a lot easier, because when I'm going to tone my clients, I have a beautiful canvas to put that toner on. Does anybody have any questions about that? The same thing is true if we do the entire treatment like we have, sealed the cuticle, made it beautiful, and we go and apply an all over color or a demi-permanent color right after with an 8 volume. And the reason why is because, again, we have a nice sealed cuticle and canvas. So our color is going to go in and penetrate more evenly, but it's also going to last longer because we have created a healthy canvas prior to our service. And then your client can go on about their everyday life. And it really is a game changer, not only for your client as far as longevity, right, of their color, their toners, but also of the overall health of their hair. Whenever you're implementing a service like our taming systems, what you can do is you're thinking 3 to 5 months, right? So a lot of my clients, some get them 3 times, but a lot of my clients, what we talk about is a 2-year treatment or 2 treatment plan for the year. So we do one, right, like right after the winter when our hair is all dry and broken and porous and feeling crazy, and we get it ready to transition into their new hair trend. Because a lot of my clients go lighter in the summer, darker in the fall. There are, again, exceptions. So prior to that lightening, right, to get them back ready for the springtime and the summer, that's whenever we implement their treatment. So you get your treatment and then you get your lightening for the summer. We get your toner on there on this nice, healthy, sealed cuticle, and you start off this hair season with this beautiful, protected, moisturized, healthy canvas. And then when the summer's over and we come in from all of our lake and all of the other damage, we're going to the lake, we're going here, we're going to the beach, we're in the sun, we're in the pool, we're in the chlorine. Now it's the fall time. I want to tint my hair and add some dark to it. What is one of the biggest things we see is that we're trying to put dark on open porous hair. And then what? Our browns start turning muddy. They start turning kind of dingy and washed out looking because we're putting them on a dry, broken cuticle. So again, this is a wonderful time at that point to implement that treatment again. So we do our treatments twice a year. And then we also are making it a hair lifestyle. So it matches our hair schedule. And us as colorists and professionals and hair stylists behind the chair, it's really our job to make sure that we are teaching our clients how to make sure that we're ensuring their investment, but also giving them like their hair goals when they go home. And implementing a treatment like this is one of the best ways to make sure that happens, because they're able to recreate the looks that they're sitting in your chair and wanting. They're wanting a shiny, healthy looking cuticle. They want to know how to do it at home. Yes, products help, but a treatment that is really built into the hair cuticle is going to give them the results that they're looking for. And they're going to be extremely happy because not only are their results beautiful and hair shining, their color has the longevity that they've been looking for as well. Do we have any questions about kind of implementing treatments and how they can kind of work as far as whenever you change your hair color seasons? Nope. So again, this is something that you want to really ensure that you tell your client to protect their investment. Make sure that you recommend the proper at-home care and maintenance. If they are wanting to stick strictly with our vegan, then again, recommend that CBD shampoo and conditioner as a great take-home item. And if they are just running the vegan treatment, the moisturizing shampoo and conditioner is my favorite recommendation, especially whenever it's cold outside. And I really like the Jevexen Shield shampoo and conditioner if you're in a place where it's warmer and you're having a lot of sun. And again, that's just that added UV protection that you're going to get from the Shield shampoo and conditioner. So I thank you guys so much for tuning in and being interactive and asking questions. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to GKhair. They're always there, great customer service to help you. You can find me on IG at The Hair Shaman. I have lots of videos. I try to answer any DMs or questions I can there as well. And I hope you all have a great day. Remember to click on the comments if you have viewed this, because you're able to actually get you a certification that shows that you watched the demonstration of our vegan smoothing systems today. So you guys have a great day.
Thank you, Candice. Great class. I
Thanks,
appreciate your
Saha.
time. Have a great day.